Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, Jay Briggs here from Pickdawgz.com, bringing y'all my NBA Jam session on December 20th, 2022, man. If you're looking for more of this great content, y'all know what to do. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Drop who y'all like down in the comments as well. As you know, I love going through, seeing who y'all like in the comments. If you're looking for my best bets, the ones that I'm placing tonight, as well as best bets from the top handicappers on the planet, check us out over at Pickdawgz.com. Click that premium picks tab. If you're looking for my $15 NBA Jam Session play, the link is in the description. That is my best bet in the NBA every night, man. We did drop last night's play with the Pelicans. We look to bounce back on Bounce Back Tuesday on that. We've still been red hot these last 2 weeks on that Jam Session play, man. So scoop that up, $15. Link is in the description. Follow me on Twitter, Parlay Guy J. That's where I can update y'all on any late information coming out of the association. And if my mind changes due to that information, today's going to be one of those days, as there's still a lot of injuries that have not been updated. So follow me on Twitter. I will update y'all on that. And if I haven't, tweet at me if you have any questions. I'll update y'all, man. So, follow me on Twitter. I'm a good follow. And let's make some money tonight, man. We only got a 5-game card tonight in the NBA. We got some decent games, though. Some spots to attack. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into tonight's NBA action. In our first matchup of the night, we got the Utah Jazz on the road facing the Detroit Pistons. Utah road favorites laying 3.5, total 222. It's a tougher one for me, man, because the Jazz have just been so awful on the road, man. They go stupid, dummy, crazy at home. As y'all know, we love taking the Jazz at home, but on the road is where they've had almost all their struggles this season. They are on a back-to-back as well after getting dismantled in their last one, 122-99 last night against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And the night before, they got dismantled as well against the Milwaukee Bucks, 123-97. You know what I mean? It's hard laying points with this Jazz team on the road. Their other road game in their last 5 was against the Nuggets. They lost that one 115-110. They've struggled on the road all season, man. But I am going to go ahead and lay the points here with them in this one. It's hard to get on the Pistons either, especially at a short number like this. The Pistons have lost 4 of their last 5, and 3 of those were at home. They got beat by Brooklyn at home in their last one, 124-121. Sacramento came into Detroit and beat them 122-113. They did beat Charlotte on the road, 141-134. The game before that, though, they lost to the Lakers at home, 124-117. And they lost to Memphis on the road, 114-103. So the Pistons, man, they've been struggling here recently as well. Tougher game, man. I'm just going to lean Jazz. I think they are the better team. The Pistons did beat them in the first matchup of the year. They beat them in Utah, 125-116. I think the Jazz can come into Detroit and get a little get back. Like I said, they're on a 2-game losing streak. They got handled twice in both of the first ones. So I think tonight could just be a bounce back, a.k.a. a get right spot here for the Utah Jazz. In our next matchup of the night, we got your Chicago Bulls on the road facing the Miami Heat, man. Miami home favorites laying 5.5, total 223.5. For me on this one, man, I'm just going to lean on my do not bet list. And currently there's a 2-way tie for that number 1 spot with the Toronto Raptors and the Miami Heat, man. We're going to fade the Heat. We're going to continue to fade the Heat. We've been profiting, fading the Heat all season, man. 10, 19, and 2 against the spread. One of the worst cover teams in the NBA, if not the worst. I think them and the Mavs are tied for the worst cover teams in the NBA. Chicago Bulls, though, I will say, they're not much better. 12, 16, and 1. So, I got to say that. They're not much better against the spread than this Miami team. But they're not on the do not bet list because I'm not typically looking to touch the Chicago Bulls. But I'm going to touch them tonight. I just think you're going to give me 5.5 between 2 bad teams. I am going to grab it. We do look at the injury report for these 2 teams. Only one on there for the Bulls is Javonte Green. Looks like he's day-to-day. For Miami, they got their whole team listed as day-to-day. I'm not putting too much stock in it. I think everybody plays. They did this the other day where literally all 16 players were listed as questionable day-to-day. I don't know what they think they're achieving with that, but, who knows. Not falling for it, though. Let's look at their last few games. We look at Miami. They've won 4 straight. I will say that, but they beat San Antonio by 10. They beat the Houston Rockets by 3. They beat the Oklahoma City Thunder by 2. They beat the Indiana Pacers by 5. And they lost to the San Antonio Spurs by 4. Those were their last 5 games. Not impressed. Those are all bottom feeders in the NBA, except for the Pacers. But other than that, the Spurs twice, Oklahoma City, Houston, And it's not like they were just completely dominant in those games either. I will say four of their last four were on the road, and they did win all four. But it's not like they were beating bad teams by margin. They do return home in this one, but I'm not putting too much stock either in the first game home off of a long road trip. Seems like teams still come out pretty flat in that first one. We go look at Chicago. Chicago has lost 4 straight games as well, though. They're not playing really good basketball. 11-18 on the season. They just got handled on the 18th by the Minnesota Timberwolves, 150-126 on the road. They lost to the Knicks in back-to-back games, 114-91, 128-120, and they lost on the road to the Atlanta Hawks, 123-122 in a game they should have won. Like I said at the top of this one, man, I'm just going to lean on my do not bet list for this one, man. Miami is in that number 1 spot, tied with the Raptors. They've been awful as a favorite. They've been bad as a dog. They're still getting priced as they're like the number 1 seed from last season, and they're just not playing that great of basketball right now. This game may be competitive, and I'll just take the points here with the Chicago Bulls. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Golden State Warriors on the road facing the New York Knicks. Knicks home favorites, laying 4.5, total 222.5. Tougher one for me, man. I know the Knicks have been red hot, and I know the Warriors have been awful on the road all season, but sometimes it's just not that simple. And I think that's just what this one comes down to. This is what I'm doing. I'm going to sell high on the Knicks. We've been on the Knicks a lot in this span that they've been in. Like I said, I think they've won 7 straight basketball games. They're playing good basketball right now. But we're going to sell high tonight on the Knicks. We're going to buy low on the Warriors. Like I said, I know the Warriors have been awful on the road all season. And I know the Knicks have been really dominant here recently. But I like the Warriors here tonight, man. The Warriors showed me something on the road in their last one, beating the Toronto Raptors 126-110. I love the way Jordan Poole played in that one. I know the Warriors are still without Curry. He's going to be out for a while. But they still have a top guard in Jordan Poole. I love me some Jordan Poole, man. I'm probably one of his biggest supporters. I think he definitely has the potential to be a top guard in this NBA. And it's just hard to get all the touches you need when you're playing with arguably the greatest guard of our generation in Stephen Curry. So, but I still am really high on Jordan Poole, and we saw his potential just in his last game against the Raptors where he went absolutely berserk. This will be the 5th straight road game for the Golden State Warriors. I got to tell y'all that, and y'all know I'm not usually in love with that spot for teams, especially not a team that's been terrible on the road overall this season. But also, like I said in the last segment, I'm starting to look at teams who've been on a long road trip who return home. In that first home game, it seems like they typically are in a flat spot. And I kind of think that might be the case here for the Knicks, man. Like I said, the Warriors have been on the road for a little minute, so I think they're just kind of accustomed to it. And it's not like the Knicks are one of those teams who play their best basketball at home. For some odd reason, the Knicks are one of the few teams that play their best basketball on the road. Hence, we go look at the Knicks' last 5 games. 4 of those were on the road, and they won all 4 of them. They beat the Pacers on the road, 109-106. They beat Chicago twice in back-to-back games on the road, 114-91. They were dogs in both of those as well. And in overtime, 128-120. Beat Sacramento at home 112-99 and beat Charlotte out on the road 121-102. Yeah, man. For me in this one, I just think the Warriors still have some firepower, enough firepower to keep this one competitive. I think this is going to be a great game. It's going to come down to the wire, and I'll just like those 4 points in my back pocket, man. I think it's a great time to sell high on the Knicks. They might get the win. I don't know if they get the cover. So give me the Warriors plus the points here in this matchup. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Washington Wizards on the road facing the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix home favorites laying 6.5, total 222.5. For me in this one, only way to look is to take the Phoenix Suns and lay the points in this one. Washington has just been terrible overall this season. They've been terrible on the road. I think they've lost like their last 10 straight road games straight up. Phoenix has been one of the best home cover teams in the NBA the last 3 seasons. I'm not overcomplicating this one. This will also be the 4th straight road game for the Wizards. This will also be the 3rd straight home game for the Suns. The Suns have won their last 2 and covered at home. Last night against the Lakers, they are on a back-to-back. Lakers last night 130-104, and the Pelicans on the 17th 118-114. 2 good wins. Although the Lakers did sit guys last night, so did the Suns. Devin Booker did not play last night. I'm not sure if he plays tonight or not. I'm laying it with the Suns with or without him, though, but I will update y'all on Twitter as soon as I find out if he's in or not. But yeah, man, we can't get there with the Wizards, man. It's for me in this one. It's simple. One of the best cover teams, like I said in the NBA, the last 3 seasons, in the Phoenix Suns, who've started to turn it around, playing their better basketball at home again against the Wizards, who've been awful on the road. We just got to take the Suns. I know we were fading the Suns there for a minute. I think it's time to jump back on, though. So give me the Suns. I'll lay the points here with them in this matchup tonight. In our next and final game of the night, and hopefully the game of the night, we got the Memphis Grizzlies on the road facing the Denver Chicken Nuggets. Memphis road favorites, laying 1.5, total 234. The reason why I say hopefully game of the night is because there are some injuries that could derail this game. Looks like Nikola Jokic is day-to-day. So is Jamal Murray. Looks like Michael Porter Jr. is listed as doubtful. Jeff Green day-to-day. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope day-to-day. That's damn near the whole starting lineup for the Nuggets, man. So it's a really tough one to handicap. I'm going to handicap it as though they do play. It's not like they're coming off of a back-to-back. So I'm going to handicap it as though they do play, and I think they do play and get a home win. I know the Grizzlies have been really playing some really good basketball here recently. They've won 8 of their last 9. They did lose their last game on the road to the Thunder after being on a long homestand. You know, they've been playing some really good basketball, but I just don't know, man. The Nuggets also play their best basketball at home, man. They go crazy too. The Nuggets have been playing great basketball here recently as well. They've won 4 of their last 5. It's a tough one, man. Like I said, if Jamal Murray, Jokic, Jeff Green, and the guys play, I'm taking the Nuggets on the money line. If they don't play, it's really tough, man. I think the Grizzlies do go ahead and get the road win. So follow me on Twitter, Parlay Guy J. That's where I'll update y'all on this injury news. Hard to handicap this one with the whole starting lineup for the Nuggets listed as questionable day-to-day. But I do think they play because it's not like they're on a back-to-back. And I like their chances of continuing to defend their home court and getting a home win. So I'll take the Nuggets on the money line. But like I said, it's really dependent on if these guys play or not. So follow me on Twitter, and I can update y'all on that. I'll probably update y'all in the comments on this one as well. And that's going to conclude tonight's NBA Jam session on December 20th, 2022, man. Thank y'all for watching. Smash that like button for your boy, man. Subscribe if you're new. Drop who y'all like down in the comments as well. As you know, I love going through, seeing who y'all like in the comments. If you're looking for my best bets and best bets from the top handicappers on the planet, check us out, pickdawgz.com. If you're looking for my $15 NBA Jam session play, link is in the description. That is my best bet in the NBA every night. We did drop last night's play. We look to bounce back on Bounce Back Tuesday, so scoop that up, $15. We still seeing the NBA really well, man. We've been hot on that Jam session play, so scoop that up, $15. Follow me on Twitter so I can update y'all on any late information, and if my mind changes due to late information coming out of the association, that's where I can update y'all, man. And I got a lot of updates to give y'all today, as there's a lot of guys injured, especially in some key games. So follow me on Twitter for that. Let's make some money tonight. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs, man. I'll talk to y'all on Twitter. Talk to y'all in the comments. Let's make some money tonight. Holla at y'all tomorrow. I'm out. Peace.